Here, I'll wait till y'all get here. In the meantime, let me set up the studio. Yo, at least we back on to when I go live. As soon as I hit the live button, that's when they notify everybody. So we are shadow band. I'm gonna share my screen and maybe I'll get people attention then. Yeah, 4 people came right in. I'm gonna leave this up for a minute. I kept wondering, like, whatever happened to this law firm, and I noticed that they expanded to Boston, Cherry Hill. Look everywhere they expanded to. Who writes the laws? Who writes the laws? Who you think writes the laws and then lobbies for those laws and be lawyers? Yo, everybody in the Senate and the House, yo, they be lawyers. See how I say White and Williams LLP, Limited Liability Partnership. I mean, did you see that this woman right here? She represents creditors and the debtors. How can you do both without having a conflict of interest? She says in her thing, creative. Let me go back to that. Exceptional creative persuasion. See, when a lawyer arguing for you, some of the shit be truthful that they arguing. The 100% of that shit, maybe 95%. See, it was one lawyer I knew. He told me make sure that I tell him everything, so he knew how to fight a case. You tell your lawyer everything, and it's supposed to be confidential. Only in certain instances that shit ain't confidential. Or if somebody gets a hold of his files and leak that shit, now what you said to your lawyer is all out there. No, I don't know these lawyers. I don't know. The debtor, creditor. Now, the thumbnail says AI versus human for a reason. And I'm talking about artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. And that goes to almost everything in our life. Everything. If the police trying to solve a crime, their best intelligence, or is from another human, a witness, somebody that saw something or knows something. Same thing as Joker on the street. Like on every side of everything, you need somebody in to give you intelligence. Somebody that might just be sitting by and heard something. The artificial intelligence is all of that technology, that tech bullshit. But what's certain is when it comes down to names, names are names. So let me play something in my background. I hope y'all can hear it.
In the early hours of July 26th, a tragedy unfolded on the corner of Kensington and Castor Avenue in Philadelphia. Man is now in custody after fatally shooting 28-year-old Diamond Brown. This case has left the community shaken and searching.
He said a man is in custody for shooting someone named Diamond Brown at Kensington and Castor Avenue.
The answer. The 61-year-old suspect turned himself into the police, but the details surrounding the shooting remain unclear. Authorities report that Diamond was shot in the lower abdomen. Despite being rushed to the hospital, she was pronounced dead at 6:50 a.m. Wow. Look at that, guys. This is the story of Diamond Brown, a talented woman with dreams cut short far too soon. Her family is left devastated, demanding justice for her killer. They want to ensure he faces the consequences and never sees the light of day again.
I grew up, there's a genetic disorder in my family called Machado-Joseph's disease. It's part of the Parkinson's. So basically what that does is it cripples you. It has to do with your certain problem in the back. It's like in the back of your brain, the left side, I think. And it controls your motor skills. So you basically lose all control of your motor skills. It's a very painful disease. There is no cure for it. And my mom has the disease. She's now in the nursing home in Happy Grace, but I grew up having to take care of my mom. I pretty much didn't really have a childhood. It was just always gotta take care of my mom. I go to school, come home, take care of my mom. Ninth grade, I think it was in ninth grade, my mom had made the decision to go into a nursing home because she started feeling like, it was just a little bit too much for me for being a child. And I moved in with my dad. Moving in with my dad was different. It was uncomfortable, to say.
What made it uncomfortable?
Because I was so used to me and my mom.
It was during this turbulent time that she encountered drugs, meeting a man involved in street life. Diamond tried to break free from her addiction. Her father's death pushed her back into the depths.
So I was on my way to work one day, and I think I had just started my menstrual cycle, and I didn't.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I also was watching something about a mother that went to court with her son. Let me say, when she went to court with her son, she was old school, and she said she tried to take the blame for her son and all of his failings or anything. Let me take these jokers down, because I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this. Don't have to do with color. White and Williams, they show who these people. I don't give a fuck who up here. I don't give a fuck who at the top of the law firm. I don't give a fuck if you black, white, whatever. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Not one of these motherfuckers, nobody else in the world can say, hey, you don't know how to read, you don't know how to write. So this motherfucker, none of these four motherfuckers is smarter than me or know the law more than I do in any fucking drawing that they in. Any joint that they in, I can go and look up that law and probably know it better than they do. You know why? Because they owe something to somebody, and it's somebody else that's higher than them. And it's an LLP. But these jokers be defense counsels, they be prosecutors, they be rats, and then they become a fucking judge. Yeah, they know how to play both sides. They a member of a group, this group, then they gotta go to another group. When they go into the courtroom, they are part of another group. It's called the Bar Association, and the judge is a part of that group. They all part of that group. But even these a law firm, law firms, all of these companies, they all got security, like security shit. They get hacked. They got jokers that they go out and do dirt for them. They be part of a law firm. Like, yo, everybody got that shit. You know what I'm talking about? So if I felt like a law firm was coming at me, yeah, I shouldn't come back at that law firm, either in court or on the streets. If they on the street, if they trying to play on the street, if the law firm is trying to play on the streets, then the law firm need to get dealt with on the streets. If the law firm want to play in the courts, then the law firm need to stay their fucking ass in the courts and play in the courts. But if you come out in the street, you get dealt with in the fucking street. I said, can't tell me nothing, can't scrub my mind. In the first part of here, when I left that live, the last live, I ain't listen. I don't care how many people is actually listening. And there are, I tell you, somebody is always listening. I don't like crowds. The only people that know that I don't like crowds is, if they know that I have agoraphobia. Either that shit was put in me or it was something traumatic that happened to me. Like when the Sixers won the last time the Sixers won the fucking championship, and Dr. J, Moses Malone, and all of them, the last time, yeah, the motherfuckers bust up Jewelers Row down there. So I don't like people just being around me like behind my back and all that shit. I don't like that in front of me. Yeah, like keep your distance. If you come in a certain amount of distance, I mean, then in certain terms, you want some work. Everybody know that. I mean, shout out to Otto, the Greek freak divine. I don't know. What they expect if you. I just want, if you listen, just think. The year 2019 and 2020, so much shit happened, so many transitions happened, and a whole bunch of shit happened behind closed doors. Nobody don't know. Nobody don't know. Not everybody. Nobody was there. Motherfuckers was locked down. All of that shit. Law firms was taking hits. They couldn't evict nobody. And then the law started changing. Yo, when I put up what they practice, you practice every fucking thing. It said they practice every fucking thing in all 50 states. White and Williams, they're from Philadelphia. I know this. I know this law firm. The reason why I put that brain up there because of LinkedIn. LinkedIn. People put their whole fucking lives on LinkedIn. Y'all put your whole lives on the internet, and then motherfuckers be, what's the name? But me, I shut my shit down. They tried to get me in there because I was a veteran, tried to give me a free account. I shut that shit down. Motherfuckers want to know too much information, phone numbers, and all of that shit, and they share that shit. But you can order a transcript off of LinkedIn. You can order a transcript of anybody that you want to know about, that was on LinkedIn. If you got a certain type of account, you can order a transcript of that shit. it's hard for me to ever get to my point because it always be some type of thing that happen around me. Is because it would be impossible for me to be in the feds 7, 8 years and those banks that they said was defrauded on my indictment, y'all just fucking got these people where they go? Where these banks at? So who getting that bread? If the bank ain't is nowhere around, the CEO on the run, who getting the bread? There you go, right there. I was watching Kevin Hart and the girl on Kevin Hart that play his wife. That lady just died, and now they're showing all these channels are showing her in her last time in her last days before she died, how she was acting, as if she was going crazy or something like that. Now, let me see if it's on this one, if she's on this one. Now, I'm subscribed to this on my other channel. But this one of my favorite Jones right here. Kevin Hart here from Philly. Goddamn, Auto. Before I can even say it. Yeah, somebody was saying something that I was saying in the videos when I was asking for justice for MO3. I was breaking down the videos and I was saying certain things.
My man, appreciate you, man. No doubt. Look, the Mo thing, that's for my family, so I didn't know that. Don't use that. Don't call me that. You never told me that. Yeah. I guess I won't be saying it no Mo. Right. You did it again. Taste this though. It's good for your bowels. because I knew you were busy, and I knew you out here getting it, man. I'm getting it. I'm definitely getting it. Right. Hey, I'm getting it. You getting it. We getting it. We got it. Get it? I don't get it. What'd you say? I said I said I see you at the shoe. Okay. All right. My cool. Man, appreciate you, Mo. No doubt. Look, the Mo thing, that's for my family, so I didn't know that. Don't use that. Don't call me that. You never told me that. Yeah. I guess I won't be saying it no Mo. Right. You did it again.
This LOL start coming out like 4 months ago. Next thing you know, she dead. The girl that him and Kevin Hart was messing with. Kevin Hart was married to that girl. I gotta see her name. But he say Mo, and he say the Mo thing. So I won't say it no Mo.
Taste this though. It's good for your bowels. All right, I admit it. Kevin's hot right now, but he's insecure. Hell, I didn't ask him to be in the video on purpose. I knew if I asked him, he'd say no. But I knew if I asked everybody else around him, his punk ass would be jealous and want to do it. Yeah, he fell for it. Straight Jedi mind trick. Hell, why wouldn't he? He the same size as Yoda. I pimped him. Is this fool doing a confessional in my house? It's all, mofo. So you shoot this little video of yours? I got a mind trick for you. This is the love.
He went to jail for drug possession and no insurance. I saw that. And that girl, but and he ain't he married to Ashante? But just let me say this to this, Otto. If you're a millionaire, you wouldn't give a fuck about no insurance because you're a millionaire. You insure, don't why would somebody insure cars? I'm not saying that I don't insure cars, but I'm just saying, why do you insure cars? They lose their value. You paying into the pot to an insurance company to insure a car that's losing its fucking value. But you still gotta do your shit go down when the fucking value of the car go down as soon as you drive it off the lot. But the insurance company, they still want you to pay that same amount. So if you got a certain amount, fuck that. Oh, they were split up? I thought she just was pregnant. Guess not. I don't know. But the only thing that really is of any value is life insurance, whether it's term life, whole life. And then you have what is called key man insurance. Key man insurance is an insurance that a company gets on someone that's a key man to the company. And if they lose that, and if they lose that key person to that company, they continue to get paid for that. That's the raps. That's the rap industry right there. Key man insurance. Damn. I can't say. I ain't gonna say it on here. Man, laws are written to be bent, broken, or to get around it. The only laws that was written in stone was the Ten Commandments, and those are the laws that people trying to get rid of. The Ten Commandments. These other fucking laws, they keep getting amended. You ever heard the Ten Commandments got amended? Nope. But our constitutional rights, they got to get interpreted by a court. They got to, the law of the land, it changes every day. And it's called the common law, which is the law that comes down by courts that rule on something. But the Ten Commandments about murder and adultery and one God and all everything that the Ten Commandments say, that it ain't never been amended. It was written in stone. So that meant that's how our creator wanted us to remember that shit, because he wrote it in stone, and it says that the only thing that we heard that he wrote it with his finger. Yeah. So all these other fucking laws that people create and everything, you know what I mean? You can't spit on the sidewalk. You can't have tent. The tent darker, the tent too dark and all that. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. You can't go this speed limit on this road because of what? When you read the law, to me, when I read that law, you really can't even give me a speeding ticket unless the conditions that I was speeding in, like I shouldn't have been doing 110 miles an hour if it was wet outside. But if it's dry and I can fucking drive and there ain't nobody else on the fuck road, if I'm doing 110 fucking miles an hour, you sitting there with your gun and you shoot me and I'm the only one on the road, you give me a break. I ain't giving you no problems because you gave me a break. State trooper. And really, I just don't feel like it. I mean, court me. I don't know where I'm at. But it don't matter where I'm at. I like the speed. So really, I don't be caring about other jokers breaking these other laws and everything like that. I don't be giving a shit about that. It's worse shit. It's worse shit going on in the world. And into my life, and then or stealing money from a bank that don't have that bread in there. Look, the bank, you can't never do anything. Y'all ever notice what don't get destroyed? And anything that happens, the banks don't get destroyed. The buildings, they don't never get destroyed. Your house can get blown away, but you ever heard of a bank, a prison, or anything getting blown away in a tornado, hurricane?
I need you to get up on the dance floor. Fancy Mark.
You say never, never. I never heard of it. They might change the sign, but I never heard of them buildings ever getting fucking smashed in, knocked down, none of that shit. Like, I don't know what it meant to anybody else, but I know when Google and Apple lost that antitrust case, just I don't know if anybody seen that the stock market crashed. And then we started seeing, well, I started seeing all these fucking videos. They talking about, all of a sudden they talking about uh, people starting to see Bill Gates and Dr. Dre. They came out of the building or something, and they was like, somebody said, "We love you, Bill Gates." I was like, "Love you, Bill Gates? Fuck out of Bill Gates. Who the fuck is Bill Gates?" I told you when we came back, I was gonna update y'all on the MO3 case. When shit start getting all crazy, I just start wondering what the fuck is happening over here. Then I just started putting things together that when when I'm showing this case and I'm fighting this case, it's under property rights. Property rights. The rights to one's property. Connecting the dots from what I've been talking about over here, what we've been discussing over here. However many people listening, because I don't know how many people really listening. Not too long ago, people was doing flips, jumping up and down, and victory, having victory, because they wanted me to show myself in the blue room at my property. See, I know who the fuck I be talking to. And I know what the fuck I be talking about when it comes to these property rights, because I don't give a fuck where it's at. I understand the law. But see, we gotta go through a whole bunch of shit just to keep our fucking properties that we already have in our family and land that we have without somebody else trying to fuck it up, working for Mr. Charlie. And they don't give a fuck about everything that you're trying to build. No matter where you're trying to build it at. They don't give a fuck if you, as a person like me, knew when a property, it got fucking mold in it and everything. Yeah, you got to burn that bitch down and then y'all keep selling that property over and over again. But I know that it got mold in it. And you know what y'all spray on it? It's this white spray you spray over the mold. Mold, black mold, causes cancer. Cause a woman hair, it can cause a woman's hair to fall out. It can cause all types of these, and it mimics certain diseases. So they'll try to put you like out to different and say you have this and you have that. When really all you need to do is cleanse yourself. But the mold, it don't come out of you. If you've been exposed to mold, there's no. I mean, everybody's gonna die, but the kids that's been exposed to it, the parents that's been exposed to it, you don't know what's gonna happen to them. But they might fucking cover that shit up. And say you had this and you had that, when all it is you've been exposed to mold.
feel good. And I was like, babe, you gotta stop at the store, take some time off. So he's like, we ain't got no time to stop, you know what I mean? So he pulled out this pink pill, and turns out it was a 10 milligram oxycodone. And that was my first time taking any drug like that.
So this is what I'm gonna say. In the state of Pennsylvania, it is legal to do drugs, but I knew something was going on because motherfuckers was acting weird. So I knew something was going on in the MO3 case with my notifications. So I went and looked it up. And I never miss. Why I can't get it? I'm gonna end the stream here because I got everything up right here so they can see. We don't hide shit over here.